Hello and welcome and namaste from New Delhi. You're watching DD India. I'm Gautam Roy. This is Express News, the show where we get you the day's top 100 developments from the nation and the world in under 30 minutes. Here goes. On the second day of her Kerala visit, President of India, Draupadi Murmu, began her pilgrimage to Sabarimala Hills Shrine and she performed the preparatory rituals in Pampa River and at the Ganapati Temple. Then she proceeded to the Hill Shrine Temple to have a darshan of Lord Ayyappa. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has extended greetings on the Gujarati New Year. He took to social media and wrote, and I quote, "May the New Year, beginning today, bring happiness, peace, prosperity and joy into all your lives." End quote. Olympic gold medalist and Indian javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra has been conferred with the honorary rank of Lieutenant Colonel in the Indian Army in the presence of Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and Chief of Army Staff General Upendra Dwivedi. The fourth edition of the Indian-Australia Joint Military Exercise Austra Hind is currently underway since the 13th of October and will continue till the 26th of this month in Australia's Perth with a focus on counter-terrorism. The Indian Navy is holding the second edition of its biennial Commanders Conference 2025 in New Delhi from the 22nd to the 24th of this month. The conference brings together the Navy's top leadership. Indian naval ship Sahyadri, an indigenously built Shivali-class guided missile stealth frigate, participated in the sea phase of the JIMEX 2025. The Japan-India maritime exercise was held from the 16th to the 18th of this month and made a port call at Yokosuka in Japan on Tuesday. India's Union Minister for State for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Jayant Chaudhary, met Philippines' Secretary for Department of Labour and Employment, Bienvenido Legusema, on Tuesday in Manila. A special dinner interaction was hosted in the Philippines, bringing together both the nations, recognizing their strong connection with India and their key role in fostering bilateral relations. India's Defence Secretary Rajesh Kumar Singh met with the Chad Ambassador Ildjima Badda on Wednesday in New Delhi. Discussions revolved around several topics of interest between the two countries. Prime Minister Modi has extended birthday wishes to Home Minister Amit Shah. He's written on social media site X that Amit Shah has made commendable efforts to strengthen India's internal security apparatus and ensure every Indian leads a life of safety and dignity. Indian Railways Minister Ashwini Vaishnav conducted an on-ground assessment of the arrangements during this festive season at New Delhi Railway Station on Tuesday. A capacity building workshop on RTI appeal writing for young advocates was organized in Srinagar city of Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory. Minister of State for Science and Technology Dr. Jitendra Singh distributed free laptops to the top performing female students of his constituency in Jammu on Wednesday. Civil Aviation Ministry's Ure Desh Ka Aam Nagrik scheme Udan completes 9 years on Tuesday. The ministry said that under the scheme, over 15.6 million passengers have been facilitated through 323,000 flights in 9 years. Ahead of the upcoming Chhath festival, Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta has taken stock of preparations at the Yamuna River. She is also informed that the government is running cleanliness campaigns across Delhi. According to the Global Forest Resources Assessment 2025 released by the Food and Agriculture Organization in Bali, India has risen to the 9th position in terms of total forest area globally and has maintained 3rd position globally in terms of annual gain. The Government of India has donated 81 school buses to various educational institutions across 48 districts in Nepal. Over the past 3 decades, 381 school buses have been provided by India to institutions in Nepal. US President Donald Trump lit lamps at the White House on Tuesday to mark the festival of Diwali, celebrating the occasion with Indian American members of his administration and other community figures. Prime Minister Modi thanked President Trump for his Diwali wishes in a phone call. The PM took to social media and wrote, and I quote, "On this festival of lights, may our two great democracies continue to illuminate the world with hope and stand united against terrorism in all its forms." End quote. Los Angeles City Hall City Council hosted a special celebration as well in collaboration with the Consulate General of India in Los Angeles. The event featured the lighting of traditional lamps and cultural performance of Indian music and dance. A planned summit between US President Trump and Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin has been put on hold as Moscow's rejection of an immediate ceasefire in Ukraine casts a shadow over attempts at negotiations. Commenting on his planned summit in Hungary with Russian President Vladimir Putin put on hold, Donald Trump said that he did not want to have a wasted meeting. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said he is in contact with his US counterpart Marco Rubio to discuss the possibility of a new Trump-Putin summit, but doused hopes for a swift preparatory meeting to finalize talks. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and various European leaders responded by accusing Moscow of dragging its feet in the peace efforts while continuing to wage violence and destruction on its neighbor. Leaders of European nations including Britain, France, Germany, Ukraine and the European Union on Tuesday issued a joint statement setting out support for Ukraine and US President Trump's efforts to end the fighting there. 2 people were killed in a Russian overnight strike on energy facilities in Kyiv. Debris from downed weapons sparked fires in nearly half of the Ukrainian capital's districts and set homes ablaze. In another strike by Russia on Ukraine's Zaporizhzhia region, 13 people were left injured. Firefighters battled blazes at buildings and emergency personnel evacuated people. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu welcomed US Vice President J.D. Vance with a ceremony at his office in Jerusalem on Wednesday. Vance voiced great optimism over the US-brokered Gaza ceasefire between Israel and the Hamas, saying its success will depend on constant monitoring and supervision. Israel's military has confirmed that the remains of 2 more hostages have been returned the day before and have been identified as 85-year-old Aryeh Zalmanovich and Master Sergeant Tamir Adar. After 2 years of Hamas captivity in Gaza, freed Israeli hostage Aminatan was welcomed by cheering crowds waving Israeli flags on Tuesday as he returned home in the Jewish settlement of Shiloh in the West Bank. Trump is heading to Japan next week from the 27th to 29th of this month for talks with Japan's new and first woman Prime Minister, Takaichi Sanae. Takaichi promised to work tirelessly to restore Japan's economic might, even shunning work-life balance in the process. Trump on Tuesday said he wants to be nice to China, but claimed that the country has been very rough with the United States over the years because America never had smart presidents from a business standpoint. As the US government's shutdown stretches into its 4th week, tensions between the Democrats and Republicans have been hardening, with both sides blaming each other for the growing crisis affecting federal workers and public programs. Donald Trump has said that he will not be with Democratic congressional leaders unless the ongoing government shutdown ends. Trump on Tuesday confirmed a report that he is seeking $230 million from the Justice Department for legal costs tied to federal investigations against him. US federal agents carried out a joint immigration and customs enforcement crackdown in New York City's Chinatown neighborhood. Protesters gathered in Manhattan on Tuesday following the operation. Colombian President Gustavo Petro on Tuesday called for international support amid what he described as aggression against his country after US President Trump called him an illegal drug dealer. Former Colombian President Alvaro Uribe welcomed on Tuesday a court decision which overturned his conviction for fraud and bribery in a long-running witness tampering case. A tragic road accident in Uganda has killed 46 people after 2 buses collided head-on early Wednesday. Emergency teams responded quickly to assist survivors and clear the wreckage. The famed Louvre Museum in Paris reopened on Wednesday, 3 days after thieves ran away with royal jewelry worth an estimated $102 million. The The Office of National Statistics reported Wednesday that Britain's inflation rate held at 3.8% in September, above the Bank of England's 2% target. Tesla is recalling almost 13,000 vehicles in the US due to battery connection fault, which could cause loss of dry power, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. The issue raises safety concerns for affected models. Japan's exports grew 4.2% in September, the first increase since April, driven by strong chip and electronic parts shipments. Although the exports to the US fell by 13.3% amid ongoing tariffs, trade with China and the EU rose. OpenAI has introduced ChatGPT Atlas, an AI-powered browser designed to challenge Google Chrome. Atlas aims to reshape online search and browsing for ChatGPT's 800 million weekly users. Brent oil futures is priced at $62.35 per barrel on Wednesday. The recent reduction in GST because of reforms from 12% to 5% on a wide range of local products and services is said to bring significant relief to artisans, farmers and small businesses across the Union Territory of Ladakh. It will stimulate the economy by lowering costs for producers and consumers alike. Gold futures maturing on the 5th of December was priced at 128,000 Indian rupees at the multi-commodity exchange on Wednesday. Silver futures for December the 5th maturity stood at 150,000 rupees per kg on the MCX. Time now for a quick break in Express News, but stay tuned for more to DD India.
Jharkhand will mesmerize you with majestic nature, rich heritage and colorful culture.
Hello. Johar.
अरे it fits perfectly.
Thank you.
Full workout हो गया.
Ready?
Postcards from Jharkhand on National Geographic.
Welcome back. You're watching Express News on DD India. I'm Gautam Roy. Let's resume. Wild hot winds swept across Australia, sending spring temperatures soaring and breaking October heat records in Sydney. The western suburbs recorded temperatures near 40 degrees Celsius. Residents flocked to beaches to beat the heat wave. According to the Indian Met Department, Andaman and Nicobar Islands are to see light to moderate rains with isolated heavy downpours till the 27th of this month. Gusty winds are likely in the region as well. Odisha, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh face thunderstorms and lightning through Friday. Residents have been advised to stay alert. Konkan, Goa and Marathwada are also bracing for thunderstorms over the next 5 days. Fishermen and travellers have been warned of rough conditions. Fresh snowfall in Himachal's Manali and Lahore Spiti has lowered temperatures sharply, with thick clouds adding to the chill. Snowfall alert has been issued for the next 3 days. Tourists have been flocking to Manali and nearby regions to enjoy the fresh snow, turning the hill stations into a scenic winter getaway. The Indian Met Department issued an orange alert for heavy rainfall in southern and central regions of Kerala. Tamil Nadu is also reeling under heavy rainfall, with Chennai facing rough seas and strong winds. Authorities have placed the state on red alert and urged coastal residents and fishermen to stay vigilant. All schools in Chennai closed on Wednesday. Educational institutions in Vilupuram, Ranipet, Puducherry and Karaikal have also shut amid the continuing downpour. Delhi has been grappling with heavy smog post-Diwali as AQI has climbed over 300 due to fireworks, reducing visibility and triggering respiratory issues. Authorities are urging limiting outdoor activity and using masks to stay safe. Govardhan Puja is being performed with devotion across India. The day commemorates Lord Krishna lifting the Govardhan hill to protect Vrindavan. Devotees are offering Annakoot Bhog, light diyas and are praying for prosperity. Festive fervour fills temples and homes nationwide. In Gujarat's Dakora, a centuries-old Annakoot looting tradition continues. After the puja, devotees from nearby villages joyfully grab prasad. The ritual reflects unity, devotion and festive joy. Crowds gather in large numbers to celebrate the occasion. In Delhi's Dwarka, devotees performed Govardhan Puja, offering prayers, lighting diyas and preparing annakut to seek blessings for prosperity, health and happiness. The Grand Pushkar Annual Fair begins today in Rajasthan with preparations complete for traders, herders and devotees. The desert dunes are coming alive as the week-long fair from the 30th of this month to the 5th of November brings colour, music and celebration all together. On the occasion of Home Minister Amit Shah's birthday, renowned sand artist Doordarshan Patnaik created a striking sand sculpture of Shah at Puri Beach in Bhubaneswar. Through this artwork, artist has conveyed admiration and goodwill, celebrating the leader's contributions and legacy. Thousands have flocked to Prayagraj's Triveni Sangam to witness Siberian migratory birds, marking the onset of the cold season. The vibrant arrival has attracted both locals and tourists, adding a lively spectacle to the wetland. Vadodara's Bab Swaminarayan Temple saw hundreds of dishes offered to the deity today on the occasion of Gujarati New Year, as devotees gathered to celebrate with devotion and joy. And Sudarshan Patnaik also created a sculpture at Puri Beach in Odisha honoring late Bollywood legend Govardhan Asrani, remembered for his iconic roles in films like Sholay and Chupke Chupke. And in the lifestyle section, in London's prop store of 550 rare music collectibles, including John Lennon's glasses and Noel Gallagher's damaged guitar, will be auctioned on Thursday and Friday, with bids expected to cross £3 million. Planting has begun on the Wallace-Annenberg Wildlife Crossing over the 101 freeway near Los Angeles to help animals migrate safely. The project is in its final phase and will be completed by 2026. The second edition of Abu Dhabi Global Food Week opened at the Abu Dhabi National Exhibition Centre on Tuesday, bringing together global leaders to discuss food security and sustainability. The event runs until Thursday, highlighting collaborations to tackle climate change and supply chain challenges. In Ilori, in Nigeria, a 35-year cheese-making tradition continues using fresh cow's milk. Despite urban preferences for imported varieties, local cheese remains popular and in steady demand. 4 villages in Turkey have been named among the best tourism villages 2025 by UNWTO for their natural beauty, cultural heritage and commitment to sustainable tourism. This year, 52 villages from 29 countries have been recognized globally. Portugal's historic Prasar Cemetery in Lisbon, built in 1833, opened for guided night tours by torchlight on Wednesday. Now in its 4th year, the tours showcase the cemetery's rich architectural and historical heritage, attracting locals and tourists alike. In Dubai, puppy yoga sessions are helping rescue dogs get adopted. Hosted by wellness brand Yoppy, the fun classes combine relaxation with playful pups while part of the fee supports shelters. In news from the entertainment world, Oscar winner Emma Stone reunites with director Yorgos Lanthimos for the absurdist sci-fi comedy Begonia. The film hits theatres across the US on the 31st of this month. Ahead of the film's release, Los Angeles' fans attended a special Begonia screening with a quirky twist where only bald people were allowed in. Apple TV's comedy drama Shrinking returns on the 28th of January next year with a 1-hour premiere starring Harrison Ford and Jason Segel. The SICK New World Festival will be back next year in Las Vegas on the 25th of April and in Texas on the 24th of October. Pre-sales begin on Thursday and Friday. American reality television series Project Runway has been renewed for its 22nd season. The new season will premiere in 2026 on an OTT platform. Bollywood film Ek Deewane Ki Deewaniyat, starring Harshvardhan Rane and Sonam Bajwa, had a strong Diwali opening at the box office with 8.5 crore Indian rupees on its first day. Bollywood horror comedy Thamma, starring Ayushmann Khurrana and Rashmika Mandanna, opened to strong audience response, earning around 25 crore rupees on its release day on the 21st of October. Bengali film Nodare Bela is India's only entry in the international section of the 31st Kolkata International Film Festival. It will compete for the Golden Royal Bengal Tiger Award with 15 other films. The poster of supernatural thriller Kal Trighori is out, starring Arbaz Khan and Mahesh Bajrekar. The film will hit the theatres on the 14th of November. Singer Himesh Reshammiya's Cap Mania tour will begin in Dubai on the 21st of December. The global leg continues his musical journey. In sports, FC Goa is to face Al Nassr in AFC Champions League 2 Group D clash in Fatorda. On Wednesday, Saudi giants pose a formidable challenge to the Indian side. Cristiano Ronaldo has been rested for the Al Nassr game against FC Goa, while stars like Sadio Mane, Joao Felix and Martinez will feature in Goa. Barcelona crushed Olympiacos 6-1 in the UEFA Champions League. Fermin Lopez scored a hat-trick and Marcus Rashford added 2 goals. And Paris Saint-Germain hit 7 goals against Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League. Ousmane Dembele scored on his return from injury. In another Champions League match, Manchester City claimed a comfortable 2-0 win at Villarreal. Erling Haaland netted yet another goal for City. La Liga has called off plans to hold a regular season game this December between Villarreal and Barcelona in Miami. The Indian women take on New Zealand women in their 6th ICC Women's World Cup match in Navi Mumbai on Thursday. India currently are 4th on the points table with 2 wins and 3 losses. The men's Indian cricket team is to face Australia in the 2nd ODI in Adelaide on Thursday. The men in blue are eyeing to level the series after the Perth loss. The West Indies bowled all 50 overs of spin in the 2nd ODI against Bangladesh, a first in ODI history. The match was decided by a super over as the visitors clinched a thrilling win. A record 92 overs of spin were bowled in the Bangladesh West Indies ODI. The previous best was 78 overs. Iran beat India 2-0 in the Tri-Nation Women's Football Opener at Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium. 2 second-half goals from Sara Didar sealed the win for the visitors. The AIFF has announced 2.2 million INR cash reward for India under-17 women's football team after qualification for AFC Under-17 Asia Cup. Pakistan have crashed out of ICC Women's World Cup 2025. South Africa beat them by 150 runs via DLS method, with 50s from Wolpert and Luce sealing the semi-final spot. Novak Djokovic has withdrawn from the opening Paris Masters, where he is a record 7-time champion. And Golden State Warriors defeated Los Angeles Lakers in the season opener. Luka Doncic's 43-point performance went in vain. And that's all we have for the moment in this edition of Express News. For all the latest, keep watching Daily India.